So now it's very important that a man finds God. It's very important that a man gets connected to the Holy Spirit before he's joined to his wife. Now the reason why I say this is women naturally, they have been given extra sensory abilities by God. So they're able to pick up on things very quickly. They're able to perceive things at a faster rate. So some ladies, some women are aware of this, but it makes them think and makes them feel they are smarter than men. So a lot of them tend to use it, in the wrong way. A lot of them tend to use it in the wrong way. They become tricksters. They become very tricky, very shady. They play a lot of, games around. Because that's something God put in a woman, to have extra sensory abilities, to be able to perceive things at a faster rate. Why? Because if she's washing, she has a child, she has a baby who is asleep, and she is washing. When the child gets up, she should be able to pick that the child is up, so that she can go and take care of it, the baby, and be able to take care of the child and all that. God gave that ability, the extra sensory ability, to women because of the children they are around. They have to handle. They have to know whether the child is doing the right thing or doing the wrong thing. She's doing this, but the child is inside. To be able to pick up on some of these things, to prevent certain accidents and all that. That is why God gave these extra sensory abilities to women. But it was not given to them for them to abuse it. It's very important. Whatever God gives you, whatever ability God gives you, He is not giving it to you for you to abuse it. So you have to be very careful. Anyone that abuses anything, any ability, any gift God gives to you, you are going to give an account of that. He's going to deal with you. So, but a lot of women, knowing some of these things, tend to use it the wrong way. So there can be a woman who is dating 5 guys. Each and every one of those 5 guys knows that this woman is for me only. And among all the 5 men, it's only the woman who knows that I'm playing 5 men. If you also look closely at our enemy, the devil, this is also the reason why he loves trying to entrap and recruit a lot of women to do his bidding, because of these extra sensory abilities. It's very powerful. It's powerful. God knows why He put it in a woman. And that is why He needs a man and a woman together to achieve a lot of things, because He knows a man stands for one thing, and the man needs that extra sensory side, the abilities of the woman, to be able to make a lot of the decisions, a lot of good decisions, a lot of things when they are together. Now, what is going to allow men? What is going to level the playing field? When it comes to a man and a woman, is that a man has to get connected to God. The man has to connect to the Holy Spirit. When a man connects to the Holy Spirit, he levels that playing field. If he's not connected to the Holy Spirit, there is no way he's going to be able to balance that. Because it's something God just gave to women. Extra sensory abilities, perception, and picking things, downloading things, just like that. So you find some women who tend to use it the wrong way and go into other things like witchcraft and all that stuff. But that is abusing what God has put inside of you. And when you abuse whatever He has put inside of you, He's going to hold you accountable. He's going to deal with you. This comes up, and the enemy hunts or is always trying to set things up to entrap women or get them, so that he will be able to use or leverage on that extra sensory abilities to his advantage. So it's If men want to level that playing field, you have to connect to the Spirit, the Holy Spirit. If you connect to the Holy Spirit, that's where you're able to level that. So you hear a lot of people say a woman can cheat and do a lot of things. It will be difficult for a man to pick up. It is true. Because of this thing that God gives them, that extra sensory abilities, extra that perception, be able to pick things and do things quickly and be able to very swift and all that. But for a man to level that playing field, he has to connect to the Holy Spirit. When a man connects to the Holy Spirit, that the playing field becomes level. It's very important. So some women deal with men, and they deal with men over time, and they feel men are dull, are dumb. They think they are wiser, So they tend to do a lot of things. You see a lot of manipulation. A lot of women are moving towards that direction, but that is not what it's designed to be. God did not give you those extrasensory abilities to be manipulating people, to be tricking people, and to be playing with their feelings and all that. God did not give you those extrasensory abilities for you to abuse them. That is not why He gave it to you. That is not why. You are using it in the wrong way. When you use it in the wrong way, in the long run, it will end up in witchcraft, which is not a place you want to be. If you use it in the wrong way, it's going to, and all of this is the enemy playing his game. You use it in the wrong way, and because he knows what he wants to do and he knows the end game, will lure you, and then before you realize you've gotten into witchcraft. But it's not supposed to be. That's not why God designed. That's not why God put that thing in a woman, to abuse it. No. Those things were put in there to help the man God puts you together with. When it comes to choices, decisions, and all that. But we find a lot of people abusing it, doing all sorts of things with it. And if you really look into the Bible, since the downfall of some men, if you look inside a good book, you are going to realize that it was the abuse of this extrasensory ability that God gave to women that caused the downfall of men. The abuse of the extrasensory ability in a woman, the abuse of it will cause the downfall of a man. Look at the first instance, Adam and Eve. Eve took the apple. When Adam came, Eve knows the apple. God has told them not to take the apple. But through manipulation, she was able to get Adam to take the apple. Meanwhile, Adam was not the one who plucked the apple from the tree. So you have to be careful with a manipulative woman. It's going out to the men. Be very careful with a manipulative woman, a woman who is a trickster. Be very careful. We come to the second example in the case of Samson and Delilah. Samson is a mighty man. Delilah deployed the same tools, manipulation, several times, using that thing that God has given to women, abusing it, and she was successful. Why? Because that thing God put in women is powerful, but it was not put in you to abuse. When you abuse it, He's going to deal with you. The downfall of a lot of great men was because a woman decided to abuse the extrasensory abilities that God just put inside of women. You realize you're dealing with a tricky, manipulative woman. Be very careful. It's danger. It's danger right in front of you. But men can also level up when they connect to the Holy Spirit. When you connect to the Holy Spirit, it levels everything. It becomes a level playing field. It's very important for married men trying to get married. Connect to the Holy Spirit first before you connect to your wife. It's very important. Thank you once again.